this is Julia Bell, and I'm going to talk about Module 1 Windows and your first assignment and how to complete that. I'm logged in as my student account, so I'm going to Module 1 Windows. I've already talked about the read, the watch, and the do, so we're going straight to the do. And I also already have a how to zip and unzip compressed files video for you to watch, so don't miss that. Let's go straight to this assignment. If yours didn't pop up, you might go here at the bottom and check to see if there's two windows, which mine does have a second window or a second browser session that this popped up in. If you're not sure how to zip or unzip compressed files, or you didn't previously watch the video, here is an instruction sheet that you can click on, and it may open up in another window as well, so do be aware of that. Format that you can print it off if you want and use it to go down the list to see how to download and to unzip those files that you're going to need. Here is a link to go get the files, and I showed how to do that in the compressed and unzip video as well. Here's the first assignment. Complete Project 1B on pages 28 through 47 of the Windows chapter. I'm going to go back to the first instance of my browser here, and I'm going to get the e-text. If you are using the free 17-day trial, the e-text over here will not work. But I've got a way around that temporarily. I'm going to go back. We're going to go to read. And in this case, this will take you right to the Windows chapter of the e-text. Click here to access it, and it will bring it up. Again, you can scale it a little smaller if you've got a large screen monitor like myself, or you want to flip through the pages quickly. I'm going to go back down here and go back. Oh yes, pages 28 through 47. Keep in mind, just because you do not have an assignment that's turned in from the previous pages does not mean that you are not still responsible for reading that material. Please read the entire Windows chapter, as the test will cover the whole chapter. I'm going to go to page 28. So I'll go back here. I can put in the page number I want, which is 28. I can press enter. Voila, I'm at page 28. Little small. Oh, great. For Project 1B, you're going to need the following files. These 36 sample files in the two folders that had 14 additional. What I showed you in the previous video about how to save, and I went into zip, unzip the files. I can go back here and show you. Back to Windows module and to do, and this one. Getting started companion website files is what I'm referring to. So that is what they're referring to here as well, is you're going to need those that came with the ebook. When you are finished, these are the three files you will need to submit. Where it says last name, first name, of course you're going to submit your name there instead. If your name is Mary Smith, it would say Smith, underline, Mary, underline, 1B, underline, renamed, underline, folder for the first file. So again, substitute your name, your last name here, and your first name here. This is kind of like a snapshot of what those files might look like. Yours may vary slightly, but they should be pretty close. If I wanted to scan to the next page and get started with this lab, here's where I would be. So at this point, it says create move. I'm going to read these things of what it says to do. Note the activities, opening and navigating the Windows Explorer. On the taskbar, click the Windows Explorer button. Go down to the taskbar, and if you had the Windows Explorer button, if it's not available, click Start and point to All Programs, Accessories, and Windows Explorer. If it's not for me, Start, All Programs, Accessories, and then Windows Explorer. But as you'll notice, mine is already down here, but I wanted to show you how to get there both ways. Click here, and you go through the tasks that it asks you to do. It says that the Explorer opens, talks about using libraries. I'll scroll down here. It's the end of the page, so I can go to the next page. On the command bar, click Organize button. So when mine came up, notice the Organize button here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through this every step that they give you until you complete through, I think, page 47 it was. And when you get to 47, you're going to end up with the 3 documents they said. So here's the last, all the way to the end. It says you have completed project 1B. So you know you've come to the end. At this point, you're going to take those 3 files and you're going to submit those to me. Let me show you how to do that. Here is project 1B. And I already had it open, so I shouldn't have clicked it again. You're going to go here to Browse. You're going to go Locate those files. I have already zipped those documents. I'm at the wrong place. Yes, student files. Those are Word files. Okay. And I think I already zipped those together, so 1B, so I'm ready to go. I can click on this one. Notice it puts the file name here. Then I'll choose Open, give it a moment, and it says it, so I can choose Add. I waited for the file to move from here to this window. The moment that it does, I can choose Submit for Grading. You have completed the activity, click Finish. This is not an auto-graded activity. I, as your instructor, will have to actually open it and then grade it and give you a score. See, it says I have submitted this for grading. I can now return to the course. Job well done. One more thing off my list. I can move on, do the next one. And this completes how to get started with your first assignment in Windows Project 1B.